Welcome to Learn and Speak Tamil Like a Native, video number 84. And in this video, we're going to learn infinitive verb. It's very important to understand infinitive verb to construct many sentences and phrases. By the way, it's a very disturbing time throughout the world. We are under the pressure of a coronavirus. It's a quiet time today, 22nd of March in India, and because of the curfew, it's a time for us to do a soul search. But just instead of watching television, I thought I'd rather do a video. Let us now look at some verbs and see how they look as an infinitive verb. The first one is do, and that becomes செய்ய or பண்ண. Eat, சாப்பிட, run, ஓட, sleep, தூங்க, think, யோசிக்க, wake, எழுந்திருக்க, see, or look, பார்க்க. So this is how a verb will be in its infinitive form, which can help us to make many more phrases. Let's see them now. What you see that there as a phrase, let me explain that now. It's very difficult for you to just find the root of a verb. Some of the languages it's quite easy and it's very more straightforward, but in Tamil it has a little ambiguity, so you don't have to so much focus on the stem of the verb. Let us focus more on the infinitive form of the verb to make sentences. Just to explain it further, do, செய்ய, பண்ண, if that is the infinitive form, the root of that should be just செய் or பண். சாப்பிட, it should be sap, and it's very difficult for, I think, just to make a root of the verb, because in some of the languages you just take the stem or the root of the verb and then you can make all the conjugation, whereas in Tamil it can get a little different because the past tense, future tense, and there could be a slight variation, though 90 percentage it's okay, but still 10 percentage of ambiguity is there. So you don't have to go by strictly the root of the verb. Instead we'll have the infinitive form of the verb. Like the next one is ode, then we have to have just ode, tunga, tung. So that doesn't make any sense, so instead we'll keep this as, in all the future lessons we'll just focus on the infinitive form. Let us just see one phrase, a few phrases now. The first one is I'm going to do. We are taking the verb do and go, and the infinitive form is செய்ய, பண்ண for do and போக for go. I'm going to do. நான் பண்ண போறேன். நான் பண்ண போறேன். In this, பண்ண is just remains the same, or செய்ய, I'm going to do. போறேன் is going. I'm going to do. நான் பண்ண போறேன். நான் செய்ய போறேன். So பண்ண or செய்ய remains in its infinitive form. So these are just for you to understand how useful the infinitive form of the verb is. நான் பண்ண போறேன். நான் செய்ய போறேன். I'm going to do. So பண்ண or செய்ய can be used interchangeably. The next phrase is I was going to do. நான் செய்ய போனேன். So செய்ய is the verb form. In its infinitive, it just remains the same. And போன is the past tense. To go is போக and past tense is போன, I went. So நான் செய்ய போனேன். Colloquially, this can mean like there's an ambiguity. It happens in all the languages. This can be understood as I went to do or I was about to do. That we'll see in the later sentence. So this can have a kind of two meaning, but if we strictly look at it, it is going to be நான் செய்ய போனேன். I went to do. Let us keep that for now, but it can also be understood as I was about to do. I was just going to do. The next sentence is I did. நான் செஞ்சேன். So we're just using, if you look at the strict term of what we call a root, which we don't want to use, but say jen. நான் செஞ்சேன். நான் பண்ணினேன். Or you can also say நான் பண்ணேன். When it's fastly told when people just colloquially say that. People say panna, naam panna, I did. But otherwise it can be naam pannana, na pannana, or na panna, I did. I will do, na செய்வேன், I would do, I would do, or I will do, நான் செய்வேன். So as you can understand, it's all that செய்ய, பண்ண, பார்க்க, that end ka or ya, that's removed, and you can make that into a conjugation. If you, it is going to be not easy right away, but as you practice, with a little practice, you're going to get it. So that is not to worry at all. நான் செய்வேன், I would do. Let me give you a very useful tip here, that is, you don't really go with too much of formula to understand this. This is just for you to give understanding of how you can make a sentence out of an infinitive form of a verb. But that doesn't mean that you have to have that in mind all the time. The simplest thing is just when you encounter it for the first time, say that aloud a couple of times, or when people say a new verb or a word, just pay attention, and that's it. It is going to stay in your mind forever. That is how people learn language. If it's going to be a mathematical formula type and then you have to use some kind of a formula every time, then it's not possible to speak at all. So you just have to let it come in naturally. So all these past tense, future tense, and everything, once you get the idea of the grip of that, it's going to come naturally to you. So that's not much for you to worry at all. I don't like to do like that. அப்படி செய்ய எனக்கு பிடிக்கல. அப்படி செய்ய எனக்கு பிடிக்கல. So again, it's a அப்படி செய்ய. That is an infinitive form that we're using here. அப்படி செய்ய, to do like that, எனக்கு பிடிக்கல. I don't like. அப்படி செய்ய எனக்கு பிடிக்கல. I don't like to do like that. The next phrase is you shouldn't do that. நீ அதை பண்ணக்கூடாது. You shouldn't do that. நீ அதை பண்ணக்கூடாது. நீ அதை, you, அதை, that, பண்ணக்கூடாது. You shouldn't do. So again, an infinitive form comes to use. பண்ணக்கூடாது. You shouldn't do. Under this channel and under playlist and videos, you'll find several videos for you to understand better the Tamil language. You'll find many videos on grammar. You'll find many videos on a small conversation, simple phrases, tidbits, etc. You can make use of all of them. அவங்க சாப்பாடு செய்ய மாட்டாங்க. அவங்க can also mean she, or அவங்க can also mean a respectable he or she, they. So that I have dealt with in another lesson, you can check. அவங்க சாப்பாடு செய்ய மாட்டாங்க. They are not prepare food. He has eaten all the food. அவன் எல்லாத்தையும் சாப்பிட்டுட்டான். அவன் எல்லாத்தையும் சாப்பிட்டுட்டான். So சாப்பிட is the infinitive form here. சாப்பிட்டுட்டான். We don't say சாப்பிட்டுட்டான். Instead it's சாப்பிட்டுட்டான். That I is shrunk. சாப்பிட்டுட்டான். அவன் எல்லாத்தையும் சாப்பிட்டுட்டான். இதோ இப்பதான் நான் சாப்பிட்டேன். Just now I ate. இதோ இப்பதான் நான் சாப்பிட்டேன். So it becomes சாப்பிட, சாப்பிட்டேன். Eating raw is not right. பச்சையா சாப்பிட்றது சரியில்லை. பச்சையா சாப்பிட்றது, that is சாப்பிடுறது. Here it means eating. It becomes a verbal noun. பச்சையா சாப்பிடுறது சரியில்லை. So சாப்பிட becomes சாப்பிடுறது. பச்சையா சாப்பிடுறது சரியில்லை. பார்க்க, that is to see or look. Don't stare at me, I'll rip you off. I will rip you off means just, it's a very abusive word. We could say பேத்துடுவேன், which means I just rip you off. It's exactly that in Tamil, just to take a part of something. பேத்துடுவேன். Don't stare at me, I'll rip you off. முறைச்சி பார்க்காத. Don't stare. பார்க்கிறது, that is பார்க்க is the verb here. That is the infinitive verb is பார்க்க. And R is not pronounced. So that probably could give a par, can give you a root of the verb if you want to understand it that way. Par, that becomes pa pe, then the future pa te. All of this you can learn in the future tense and past tense that I've already dealt with or taught in previous videos. You can check them. Don't stare, I'll rip you off. Morachi pakada, பேத்துடுவேன். So பேத்துடுவேன் means to take away a part of. Like you can take away if something is not good or you want a part of that to be ripped off, or probably just a couch where a part of a cloth is not good. You just want to rip it off. You can say, or it's not for cloth, you can take it, use it for stronger things like wood or steel or something. I just want to take it away. You use பேக்குறது, that is பேக்குறது. Here it is பேத்துடுவேன். I will means I'm going to rip you off. பார்க்க நல்லா தான்ப்பா இருக்கான். பார்க்க, to see, that is here we're using the infinitive form. பார்க்க நல்லா தான் இருக்கான், or நல்லா தான் is of course, looks good. பார்க்க நல்லா தான் பா. And pa is a very annex end suffix kind of. It could be used in many situations. We'll have a separate lesson for that in the future. And if you want to understand that pa, ma and all a little more, or if you're encountering that somewhere often and you want to understand it better, please write that in the comment section. We can make a video for that. It is tempting the more you see. பார்க்க பார்க்க ஆசையா இருக்கு. That is பார்க்க பார்க்க. You'll often hear this kind of a repetition of verb in Tamil, that is பார்க்க பார்க்க, the more you do, the more you see. செய்ய செய்ய, as you keep doing. பண்ண பண்ண, as you keep doing again. Or நடக்க நடக்க, as you keep walking. So this is as you keep, that is the more you do, the more you walk, the more you do, the more you look. பார்க்க பார்க்க ஆசையா இருக்கு. It feels very nice or tempting, or you like it. பார்க்க பார்க்க ஆசையா இருக்கு. The next verb we are going to see is to tell. சொல்ல and சொல்ல. I'm telling you, am I not? Would you not listen? சொல்றேன்ல, கேட்க மாட்ட? சொல்லறேன். Here it is present tense. சொல்லறேன் இல்ல? Am I not telling you? Or it means, am I not being clear? Wouldn't you listen to me? சொல்றேன்ல, கேட்க மாட்ட? So it is சொல்லறேன். When people speak, it will just become சொல்லறேன். சொல்றேன்ல, கேட்க மாட்ட? சொல்றேன்ல, கேட்க மாட்ட? I'm telling you, am I not? Would you not listen? சொல்றேன்ல, கேட்க மாட்ட? I told you back then, didn't I? நான் அப்பவே சொன்னேன்ல. So it's again, சொல்ல is the verb, and in past tense it becomes சொன்ன. So this is where it's just all these phrases are for you to understand that it is not a very strict and straightforward for the past tense, futures and all. It சொல்ல is the verb, but in the past tense it becomes சொன்ன, I told. So it's only the so can be used. La has to be missed off. It has சொன்ன. The present tense is சொல்லறேன், but in the past tense it becomes சொன்ன. So there's also a little bit of a, you can take it a more of a flexibility of the language. It's nice when it, one of the advantage here is that you can clearly make out between the future tense, present tense and the past tense. Some of the language, it's a little difficult for learner to understand because they all rhyme the same. In Tamil it is clear that future tense, present tense and past tense will sound entirely different. You can clearly make it out. நான் அப்பவே சொன்னேன்ல, நான் அப்பவே சொன்னேன்ல, I told you back then, didn't I? Firstly, go tell that to dad. அதை அப்பா கிட்ட போய் சொல்லிடு. அப்பா கிட்ட போய் சொல்லிடு. சொல்லிடு is just go get told. Let him understand. Just get it told. அதை அப்பா கிட்ட போய் சொல்லிடு. அதை So முதல்ல is first of all, but when people speak it becomes modo. அதை அப்பா கிட்ட போய் சொல்லிடு. Firstly, go tell that to dad. So சொல்ல here becomes சொல்லிடு. The next verb we are going to see is to take. Edka. And here, edu can be the root, but still, as I insist, don't pay too much attention into that. I did not take the money from the ATM. நான் ஏடிஎம்ல காசு எடுக்கல. So எடுக்கல I did not take. நான் ஏடிஎம்ல காசு எடுக்கல. I did not take the money from the ATM. I'll have the bag taken tomorrow. நான் நாளைக்கு பைய எடுத்துக்கிறேன். எடு is again the எடுக்க, that's to take. Here எடுத்துக்கிறேன், I will have it taken or I'll take it. நான் நாளைக்கு பைய எடுத்துக்கிறேன், I'll have the bag taken tomorrow. I'm withdrawing the money from the bank. நான் பேங்க்ல பணம் எடுக்கிறேன். நான் பேங்க்ல பணம் எடுக்கிறேன். I'm withdrawing the money from the bank. By the way, I thought I should be sharing something, a very nice message that I received in WhatsApp. It's more of a sarcasm fitting this what's going on with the coronavirus, but however, I find that there's a very deep meaning to it. It's just a small one. Let's see that, and so you can also understand a little Tamil words. கொரோனாவால், பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் கொரோனா, ஒரு நல்ல விஷயம் நடந்திருக்கு. A good thing has happened. என்னன்னா, you know what? முத தடவையா, for the first time, எல்லாரும், all the people, நல்லா இருக்கணும்னு, that they should be healthy, நினைக்க வச்சிருக்கு. It has made us to wish. So, the good thing, it has made us more selfless. We want all of them to be healthy, all the people to be healthy, so we can also be healthy. So that's the corona. Maybe that's the purpose of corona. Because of corona, a good thing has happened. You know what? For the first time, all the people, we want all the people to be healthy, and corona has made us to wish. So, கொரோனாவால் ஒரு நல்ல விஷயம் நடந்திருக்கு. என்னன்னா, முதல் தடவையா எல்லாரும் நல்லா இருக்கணும்னு நினைக்க வச்சிருக்கு. That is all for now. All these verb forms are, it's just for you to understand how an infinitive form is very useful for you to know, so you can make many phrases. It just can be a base for making a phrase or making a understandable sentence, and it's good for that you already understand them.